everybody, how are you? In this Patreon only video where we are getting set up and prepared to make our spirit calling oil. Now I've thought a long time about this. This video is going to serve quite a bit of purpose. A, it's going to make you confident with if you own this book you can create any spell on your own, okay? So it's going to serve that purpose. Another purpose it will serve is to replace the astral oil video for astral travel, meditation, and astral projection. This already in itself has a lot of the same kinds of things that we would put in a spirit calling oil. So we're gonna, since I had to take this video down because I played music in it, so I had to take it down for copyrights, and the only Book of Shadows I have, oh my gosh, Jennifer, is what I can remember and what I can see inside of the bottle, which is a good amount of it. I can pretty much remember everything. But that's not going to be the case forever. I'm not going to be able to look at that in 3 years and know what's in it. So we're also going to get an astral oil, but we're going to bump it up, change a couple of things, and kind of have it be this like spirit communication oil, but letting you know that a lot of those herbs serve dual purposes. So again, as you're putting them into the jar, tell them what they need to do. I know how to do 10 or 12 different jobs. You know, I've been a waitress, I've worked in an office, I've done massage therapy. So if you tell me to work, you got to tell me what job. Otherwise, I don't know what job you want me to do. If you just say, Jennifer, work, I don't know. So basically, we're going to page 276, this in Scott Cunningham's Encyclopedia for Magical Herbs. Page 276 is where the magical intentions start, okay? So in this video, we're not putting the oil together. That'll be the next video. In this video, we are writing down what herbs we have and trying to create a spell in our head just off of scratch, off of using maybe what information is leaking around our head we've seen in other videos, but not directly copying anybody else's thing, just or even going off of it for a starting point, just making it ourselves, completely fresh from starch. From scratch, not from starch. So, that being said, let's read through the magical intentions and I'll tell you which one we could apply to a spirit communication oil, in my opinion, okay? So let's start there. We need to get a piece of paper and write out our intentions in according to Scott Cunningham. Now, if you're going to be doing spirit communication, you need protection. So add in a couple of things for protection. So it's not just the spirit communication herbs. We're also adding other intentions into this. So you'll see what I mean as I read down through, and we're gonna write down which intentions we agree to be ones that would work for this oil. Okay? So we're creating this for spirit communication out in moonlights, astral projection, or meditation out in moonlights, but in particular, really that spirit communication. All right. So, here's the intentions. Astral projection to aid? No, because this oil's for spirit communication, so let's move along. Beauty to attain? No. Chastity? No. Courage to attain? You might want to do some courage to attain, because spirit communication takes courage. So let's do courage under intentions. Okay, so courage. Raising the dead. You could use you for that if you wanted that your intention, but I don't want to raise the dead. I want to communicate with them. And tonight I'm going to be working with my two grandparents, Maggie, who, my grandmother, my mother's mom, who's also a spirit guide of mine, and then her husband, my granddad, Fred. So, divination. Maybe if you were working spirits with spirit communication for like your tarot, then put in those divination herbs. But I'm not going out to do divination for spirit communication. I'm going out to just do communicating, and gosh, I'll put divination question mark, because I really do call my spirits to ask them questions about the future. So isn't that in itself kind of a bit of divination? So we'll put divination down. Employment, no. Exorcism, no. Fertility to increase. You could do fertility and spirit communication, or you could add seeds of something for abundance and spirit communication, but I'd skip fertility. Fidelity, no. Friendships, yeah, friendships to promote, sure. If you're trying to communicate with spirits that you don't already know, yes, friendships. There we go. Is this making sense? Gossip to halt. I don't think the spirits are talking shite about you, so you could leave it. Happiness to promote. If you're doing spirit communications and it makes you sad or makes you sick or uncomfortable, then you could add that in, but I'm not gonna. Healing to promote. Not necessarily, but if I was doing spirit communication and we needed to heal our relationship, I might make something just for that and add that. Maintaining health, no. Hexes to break, no. Hunting to aid, no. Image magic, no. Immortality, no. Infertility, no. Invisibility, no. Legal matters, no. Locks to open, no. Longevity to attain, no. To attract love, no. Divinations of love, no. Love spells to break, no. Luck to obtain, yes. You need some luck in spirit communication. It's not easy. We could do some luck herbs. Okay? Lust, no. Lust to decrease, no. Manifestations to aid. I will say yes, because normally I am asking my spirit guides and spirits communication to help me manifest some of my needs, to help me set those intentions, to help me get that going. So, yeah, perhaps manifestations to aid, question mark. Next is meditation to aid, no. Mental powers to strengthen, yes. You need strong mental powers for spirit communication, in my opinion. So, mental powers to strengthen. These are all in alphabetical order, which is cool. It helps you look them up. Money or riches or wealth, no. I'm not asking, no, this is not about that. Peace and harmony to instill. You could add those ones to make sure that it was a peaceful or harmonious meeting. I'm not going to. Power to obtain. Yeah, sure. It takes a special person to be able to communicate with spirits. So you could add some power herbs. Prosperity. I'm going to skip that. Protection, yes. It's so important. And even though tonight I'm going out to communicate with my grandparents who I know, who I don't necessarily need a ton of protection from, I'm still trying to communicate with the other side. I will be covering my head. So, that being said, protection. Always protect yourself in spirit work. Well, the gate's open. Have you ever seen somebody sneak through an open garage door that just opens for one car and somebody sneaks through? That can absolutely happen. Oh, where do they go? They hop onto ya. And I don't need any of that, so I'm covering my head. Psychic powers to strengthen. You could, for sure. I don't think you have to be psychic to do spirit communication, so I'm kind of on the fence on that one. It's up to you. Purification, no. I'll say, I'll do my own cleansing before and after spirit work. Rain to cause to fall, no. Sexual potency, no. To call snakes, no. Sleep, no. Repel snakes, no. Spirits to call. There we go. There's only a handful of herbs, but yes, spirits to call. And then next there's spirituality to strengthen. Not this one. Strength to instill. Well, maybe if you were really in those courage herbs, but I'm going to skip it. Success to attain. Do you want to be successful in this? I do, so I'm going to add some success to attain herbs. Theft to prevent, no. Visions to induce, yes. Because I want to see them if at all possible. In real time, not just in my dreams. And I will shout this into the darkness of the night. that I want to see my grandparents. So we'll really see what happens. I'm very, very excited. I have a good feeling about this evening. Either way, I have a great feeling about it. That's a good start. So visions to induce. Wind to raise, not for me. Wisdom to promote, not needed. Wishes to manifest, sure. Because I am very much wishing for the spirit communication. So wishes. Youth to maintain and regain, no. But that is all of our all of the intentions. So now we've got our intentions. Now we need to go through that list in each individual one and figure out what herbs we've got off of it and which ones we want to use. Now when we get to protection, you're going to have a lot of protective herbs, even if you have only 50 herbs. A lot of them will be good for protection. So you don't have to use all of them. You could use one. You could use 3. See what you feel will be good in it. But remember, if this is an oil you are putting onto your body, it can be also made to anoint a candle and anoint other things. But if it's an oil that has any kind of poisons, toxins, dead things, taxidermy, bones not so much, but taxidermy, probably shouldn't put those types of things on your body. So decide at this point whether you want the oil to be one that you're going to want on your own body, you know. And at that point, after you've decided anointing only or skin and anointing, I want this to be for my skin and anointing a candle. So that's my next choice, is can we wear it on our skin? So I'll put yes to wear upon skin. So that means at that point, if I'm making it for me, yes, I do still put mandrake in it, but I do not suggest that for anyone else, especially if you've never worked with that. And yes, I would still use a psilocybin mushroom, and yes, I would still use a dead bee. But if I'm making this oil for somebody else, I'm not going to use any of those things. I'm only going to use, the cinnamons, the ones that we know are safe and okay for our skin. So let's continue and go to the first intention, which is courage. I think we're going to be able to get this in the video, all of it. So courage. The herbs that come up under courage are borage, black cohosh, columbine, masterwort, mullein, poke, ragweed, sweet pea, tea, thyme, tonka, wahoo, and yarrow. So I will tell you which ones I've got, and then, or that I will be adding. So I'll definitely be adding yarrow. And I will definitely be adding mullein. Both of those are excellent for psychic awareness as well as breathing. They're both so good. The mullein is excellent for medicinal breathing. I put it in my meditation tea, and that's on my Etsy shop. It really gets your breath going real deep. Alright, next under courage, I've got black cohosh, and I can anoint my body with that. And I love the way it looks, especially in an oil. It looks so creepy and cool. And I'll just stop right there. I don't need to put too much in. I picked 3 things from courage. Let's move along. So next, after courage, we've got divination. And the divination herbs, broom, camphor, cherry, dandelion, fig, golden root, ground ivy, hibiscus, meadowsweet, orange, orris, pomegranate. So I'm going to do ground ivy. Because also that's going to help me bind to my ancestry and bind to my... Ivy's very, very binding. I want to bind to my grandparents. Or connect, Next divination that I'll use. We've got cherries on the counter, so I'll put something from the cherry, either the stem or seed. Probably the stem. You can't put the cherry because it's not dehydrated and it could make the oil rot. So, cherry stems, just because I've got them in the house right now. So you don't only have to think about what's on your herb shelf. You can think about what's in your entire house, your yard, your forest behind you, all of it. So we've got some divination herbs. And as you add these, you say, ground ivy, you are to help with my spiritual divination. Cherry stems, you are to help me. Like I say, I know how to do 12 or so jobs. You have to tell me which one to do, otherwise I'm just going to have to guess. And in this case, you don't want them to guess. Because what if it guessed something else and it's not doing its courage job? Okay. So, the next is friendships. So we pick ground ivy and cherry stems for divination. The next is friendships. And under friendships, we've got lemon, love seed, passion flower, and sweet pea. I will be putting lemon seeds. And remember, when you use the seed of something, it just makes that intention so much more abundant. So I'll be using lemon seeds. So friendships, lemon seeds. What?
Truck's broken.
Lemon seeds and passion flower, because we grow those here and I have so many. If you guys need any passion flower, message me on Etsy. I've got an abundance of it. But passion flower. Okay, next we've got, our next intention is luck. So over under luck, the herbs are allspice, aloe, bamboo, banyan, bee still, bluebell, cabbage, clematis, chinaberry, chiona, cotton, daffodil, devil's bit, fern, grains of paradise, hazel, heather, holly, houseleek, huckleberry, Irish moss, Job's tears, linden, lucky hand, male fern, moss, nutmeg, oak, orange, persimmon, pineapple, pomegranate, poppy, purslane, rose, snakeroot, star anise, straw, strawberry, vetiver, sunbull, violet, wood rose. Okay, so out of those, I'll choose, I love me some allspice berries, so we'll go luck, allspice. Berries are when they're in the whole form. They're called allspice berries. And I'll do holly. We did a holly video not too long ago. And I'll pick one more from the luck. How about a star anise? Those look pretty in oils. And then it's also, because it's a star in the shape of this, it's protective as well, isn't it? Okay, so I've picked 3 for luck. Now let's move along to manifestations to aid. Manifestations to aid. I don't have any of the 3, but it's Balm of Gilead, Dittany of Create, and Mastic. So I don't have any of those. Probably should get one. Mental powers to strengthen. Caraway, celery, eyebright, grape, horehound, lily of the valley, mace, mustard, periwinkle, rosemary, rue, summer savory, spearmint, and walnut. I'm going to be using rue. And I'm also going to be using not powdered eyebright, because that made too much of a mud in this one. I'm going to use the eyebright non-powdered. Eyebright is excellent for heightening clairvoyance, psychic intuition, umping up any working. It just adds some power to it in general, in my opinion. I always love to add any of those that we read from the list, but those are the ones I've chosen. So the next thing we have to do is power to obtain. So general power will be carnation, club moss, devil's shoestring, ebony, genation, ginger, and rowan. I only have ginger, so we'll just do ginger for power. And for protection, where there's tons, I can't read them all because the video's on the cusp of me cutting it too close, but there are so many protection herbs in here. Protection to gain, and the ones that I'll choose are bay leaf, and on the bay leaf I'm going to make a sigil with sigil for protection with spirits. So it'll be a very focused protection, and we'll know what we're getting out of it. Then another protection we can add, cedar. Oh yes, cedar will make it smell amazing. And I just broke up that cedar plank. So bay leaf with sigil, cedar, and remember that star anise is a dual protection. And it's because you know it's got the star. So remember that's already in there for protection. And then at this point, what do I do? Maybe a bit of I think we're good with the bay leaf, sigil, and the cedar. I feel like it's good. A lot of these others are good for protection too. So the black cohosh is good for protection. The anise, yeah, we're good. We've got loads of protection in there. So moving along from protection to spirits to call, probably the most important in here. Okay, spirits to call. Dandelion, pipsawea, sweetgrass, thistle, tobacco, and wormwood. So I'm going to use thistle, tobacco, and wormwood. My milk thistle looks so gorgeous. That one I've been saving for so long. Holy potatoes, it's going to look amazing. Let's look at it. Oh! And the fact that I kept the stem on it means when I put it into the jar, the glass, it's going to stay straight, and this will be in the middle. So you can really do some cool placing. And this is a milk thistle that Alex grew for me last year. It's sharp, so to me that's some protection as well. This thistle being so sharp. And let's just see if thistle comes up in protection. Am I right? Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Thistle, tobacco, and wormwood. Okay. So next we have success, visions, and wishes. So success. We want to be successful. It's the special night. So lemon balm, cinnamon, clover, ginger, High John the Conqueror, rowan, wahoo, winter's bark. Okay, so which one will we choose? Cinnamon's also good for protection and so many other things. It's a perfect witch's herb. Let's add cinnamon. And we'll also add... I'll probably go out and pick some fresh picked dandelion seed. Remember, seed is going to be so much more abundant. And the dandelion seeds will fly around on this, you know, it will fly around and they manifest, they plant the seeds. This is the perfect thing to be doing. Wow! Crazy bug to be doing on the new moon. There's a crazy bug. Spirit guides, hello! Jeez, that was kind of upsetting there for a minute. Get out of here, Skeeter Eater! Tobacco, wormwood, thistle, cinnamon for success. No. No. Fresh dandelion seed. We're not doing cinnamon, and instead we're doing lemon balm. We were just talking about that the other day. Now, for visions, we're going to tie some hemp on the outside of the bottle. Okay, and make a pretty thing with hemp. So visions, hemp. I always remember that one because I use hemp for my tying. So visions, we have angelica, clawsfoot, crocus, stamania, kava kava. It's all we've got. But hemp helps to induce visions. I don't know why it's not there. Scotty says it in this book about hemp, so it's crazy it's not there. It might be a typo, y'all. I do have I don't think I even have kava kava tea anymore. I don't have any visions to induce except hemp, so I'm just keeping hemp there. Next, we're on to wishes, and that's the last one. Wishes to manifest. Bamboo, beech, buckthorn, dandelion. We've already got the dandelion. Dogwood. That's a new thing for me. I harvested lately, so we'll do dogwood. And we'll do... also, you could do ginseng, grains of paradise, hazel, Job's tears, liquid amber, pomegranate, sage, sandalwood, sunflower, tonka violet, or walnut. So I think I'll do a sandalwood stick in there because I just got sandalwood. That's available on Etsy if you just ask. Any of these things, all these things I've got, all you got to do is ask. Etsy's down in the description. So we've done it in 25 minutes from start to finish. We've written a spell. We've chosen our intentions. We've chosen if it's going to be an oil that's just for anointing, because we could have put mandrake in there. We could have put, believe me, we could have put that psilocybin mushroom in there just for the spirit work. You know, there's a lot of things that we could have added, but that might not have been safe for the skin, and I definitely want to use this on my skin. I want it to enter my bloodstream and become a part of me. So that's what I'll be doing. I will, as a matter of fact, make another whole video on astral oil just because I know you guys want an oil just for that. But a lot of the same things are in here. Oh, another thing I'm going to add. I'm so glad I looked at my astral oil. You know what I've got in here? Oyster shells from a family reunion in the late 70s where everybody was on the beach together eating oysters, including the two people that I'm trying to call tonight. The two people I'm trying to call tonight, my grandparents, have physically eaten, and their DNA is on these oysters. So I'm going to be adding the oyster shells to the working just for ancestors, and I'll put that note. If you had a personal item, like a shirt that was worn by that person, you could clip off a little bit of that shirt and put it in the working. Something that personal of theirs. So tonight I'm going to be taking my granddad's hat out into the moonlight, and then a few of my grandma's favorite perfume bottles. It's two personal possessions of theirs. I believe that that's going to help connect them to the working. Bring personal and photos into moonlight. Possessions and photos. And candles. You know, tea lights for each of their photos. And then we're going to... this is going to be really, really, really awesome. But yes, those oyster shells... oyster shells would also be great for protection element, just in general. Oyster shells are very protective. So we'll get those going in there. This is going to be it. This is our spirit communication oil. I cannot tell you how excited I am to work with it. We definitely need to go and harvest dandelions today, so I'm going to put that on my list of things to do today. It's so long. It's videos all day today for Patreon, you guys. It's very little on YouTube. So much Patreon videos. I'm so grateful for you guys. Alright, so harvest dandelions. It's going on the list. Dandelion seeds. Alright, that's what we're going to do. I'll see you crazy kids back soon. Thanks for joining me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch, while we gain the confidence to make any magical working, whether it's an incense, an oil, a brew, no really, an incense, an oil, a working, some candle magic amped up with herbs. You can do it all from this book. This book is what's given me my courage and confidence in witchcraft, period. To be like, I can write any spell. Page 276. Alright guys, see you soon. Hope you enjoyed. Get your things together if you want to create this in the moonlight with me tonight, and we'll see you back. Alright, bye-bye.